Hey guys, today I'm doing the second installment or second edition of my things I'll use until I die products. You might see some of these products from the first video, but I've tried to spread them out a bit and do different products as best I can. But you know, when you love something, you love something. First I'm going to start with like skincare-ish kind of stuff. First off, my Nectarlicious pomegranate and fig scented hand cream, which is 45ml. And oh god, this stuff honestly smells like, I reckon it smells more like fig than anything, but it's so great. You only need to wear it probably once a week maybe, because I've tried putting on every day and then it just builds up and makes your hands feel really horrible and greasy after you put it on every day. But I put it on like every third day, and like every third day still keeps my hands feeling moisturised, but it's not just building up the product and building up the product to make it feel gross on your skin. And it dries in really, really well. It probably dries in within 2-3 minutes. But yeah, so like I generally just rub it on my hands and it's dried in, so yeah. Anyway, that's really good. Not too sure what this cost at the shops. I'm so sorry about that. I'll try and link it below, because I got this in a gift set, which is absolutely awesome. So yeah, and that was 45 milliliters. The next is a medicalish thing called Pseudo Cream. It's like a rash, heat rash, you know, every kind of rash kind of cream, scratches, all that crap, all that stuff. And yeah, I use this when I get rid of a heat rash and it works wonders. It heals it within a couple of days, 2 to 3 days. And this is just like a little sample size I got from someone when I was like desperate, because a couple of years ago I started getting this like rash on my neck. So someone gave me this stuff, and you can get it in a tube, which is about $14, less than 14, it's about $10 to $14 in a tube. And yeah, it healed my rash within 3 to 4 days. So yeah, I put that on religiously at night. But the next makeup item. As you all probably know, I am a big fan of the Maybelline The Colossal Volume Express Mascara Cat Eyes. I'm thinking, how's that little tiny brush going to lengthen and all on your lashes? But it honestly does the job. I'm so sorry if it's not going to focus, guys. So sorry, I'm shaky. So yeah, and this honestly focuses really, really well. Most shops it's nearer to $20, but in Big W I've noticed it's like $19.30, sorry. Like closer to that. Whereas every other shop it's like $19.75, $19.85. Very good years, I guess. So yeah, that was a really good buy. Unfortunately, the only shade they actually stock that I'm aware of is the black. I reckon this is a go-to mascara. It's been my go-to, like I said, a couple of years running now, and I just can't live without this mascara. Whether I layer it with other things or whether I have it on its own, it's the bomb. Next is concealers. As you probably know, I'm always using Essence Stay All Day 16-hour all day concealer. And yeah, it's just a tubed concealer. It comes with this applicator. I recently got another. I use the shade 10 Natural Beige. I'm not really pale, so if you're pale like me, this shade would be perfect for you, I reckon. In this one they have like 3 shades, 10, 20 and 30, but yeah, and it doesn't really oxidize all that badly. I've not noticed over the day. It just stays there and it doesn't oxidize, or it doesn't appear to oxidize on me all that much, if any at all. The next one is a powder I absolutely love. This is the Essence Mattifying Compact Powder, which is rubbed off, in 04 Perfect Beige. You saw me raving about this one in another video. It is just the best powder. It goes on really smoothly and stays all day in heat and sweat and humidity. Unfortunately, they don't make a shade that's light enough for me anymore, so I had to switch over. I'm assuming this will be dark enough for when I fake tan, so that's why I've kept it and not given it away. And this was like $5 or $4.95, so that's really good for a drugstore foundation powder. Yeah. Alright. My favourite, all-time favourite foundation. And you know me, if you know me, you know I love my Revlon Colorstay liquid makeup, and this is in Ivory, or 110 or 110 Ivory, and it's the SPF 6, so the combination oily range for Revlon Colorstay, and it's, yeah, like I said, liquid. You know I love it. This is my go-to foundation if I ever find one on cheap. I did get the pour bottles because they got pumps now, but yeah, I just got the ones with the pouring bottles. I don't mind, you know. You learn how much to pour out and whatnot, so yeah. And yeah, this is technically my third bottle of this stuff. This is like $35 or $36 in store. Pretty expensive, but worth it. Worth every penny. It's about I'd say I could do it for a medium coverage, but then you can go pretty full coverage with this stuff. Like the other day I forgot to put concealer on, and you could see a few of my pimples through it. But then again, you know, I can make it into a fuller coverage if I felt like it. It is buildable, but you got to be very careful when to build it, because it will cling to dry-ish patches. Okay, and another makeup item. It is the Australis Brow Tint My Brow Tint. That's what the thingy looks like. Yeah. It's just a brush on thing, and it actually dries, like proper dry, and it on my eyebrows doesn't really feel heavy or anything so like that. But I generally pair it with my NYX eyebrow cake powder at the moment. Instead of putting a clear brow gel on, I put on top of this, because they're two kind of different tones. Like I use the darker powder, I have the blonde powder by NYX, brow powder by NYX. Blonde brow powder by NYX. And so I put this on top, and the two different tones, so it kind of gives it not like a weird odd looking effect. It makes them look a bit more natural. These are the Furless Brow Groomer and the Furless angled eyeliner brush, I think they're called. Yes, the brow pad does come with brushes, but I found them a little bit difficult to use. They're a bit too firm for my liking, and didn't dispense the product enough, well, in the way I'd like it. So that's why I switched over to these, and they have really been my saviours. So yeah, I used the brow powder with that, comb them through with that, and then I put the other thing like I just showed you on top. These come in a, I think it's called the mini bamboo brush set or something like that. I'll link it down below again. The next is a e.l.f. blush brush. I sometimes use this for blush, but I generally use it for contouring now, because that little tip there gets right in the cheekbones, right at the hairline, really, really well. So at the moment I'm really into using this as a contour brush. And the last brush is the MAC 160. And I'm led to believe these are fake, so it's just a large fluffy powder brush, which I just put on my powder, like face powder, really, really quickly with. And it came with a set. Next brush is the XO Beauty angled top face brush or something like that. So it's just that by XO Beauty. So yeah, I just use that for foundation. It applies it really, really well. Only problem is, I don't know, because of the density, you have to wash it every second time you use it, because otherwise the product builds up and it just doesn't apply it evenly. It just applies it really strictly. Right, last but not least, I have these So Fresh makeup removal wipes. These are like, I got these for $2. I usually use the mini ones, but I've run out. If I'm only wearing eye makeup, I'll tear off a bit of the cloth and just wipe what I need off, and then put the actual cloth back, which doesn't actually do any harm to my skin. So yeah, anyway, they're there, and I love them. They come in 3 different ones. The blue packet, pink packet, and a yellowy, orangey, peachy packet. Since I've been using these, my pimples have gone down dramatically and reduced dramatically. My skin cologne by Taboo, and this is like a one where you just pour it on like so, but and you've probably seen this in like my yearly favourites, but I have I have this, plus I have the Body Actual spray, and it is the best thing like ever. I did try, there's one by Calvin Klein called Obsessions. I tried that, so that is on par. If you like more higher end perfumes, if you're into the Taboo one but you want a higher rem one, just, I don't know, yeah, just go for Calvin Klein Obsessions or it's Obsessions by Calvin Klein, and you're done, because they are the exact same. Because someone I know gave me the Obsessions by Calvin Klein, I'm like, this smells familiar, pulled out Taboo, and it was basically, yeah, it was the same scent anyway. Alright, thank you for watching my video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for regular updates, and I generally update 2 to 3 times a week. Bye!